continually improve these sessions. So I'd really encourage people, if they can fill that in when it pops up at the end of the webinar. So obviously today's topic is continuation of the logistics, or our speaker is Felix Ingabire. Felix has spoken on these webinars previously, but for anybody that is joining us today for the first time, welcome. I'll just talk a little to Felix for his presentation. So Felix is a pharmacist, an epidemiologist, and an MBA with more than 10 years of experience in supply chain management, procurement, logistics, and business administration. He currently serves as a logistics officer at Africa CDC, where he assists in planning and implementing CDC overall supply chain management strategy. He's a member of the Africa Task Force for Coronavirus, where he supports the supply chain and stockpiling technical working group. Felix has a broad experience in pharmacy, logistics, and supply chain management, both in public and private sectors. So thank you for joining us today, Felix, and I'll hand over to you for your presentation on LMIS.
Thank you very much, and welcome to everyone. I'm pleased to be again part of this webinar. Share now some slides about logistics information systems, or LMIS. Just to confirm the slides and you can hear me. Could someone confirm?
Yeah, we can, Felix.
Fantastic, great. So we'll in this presentation we briefly and quickly talk about. We remind ourselves of objectives of this webinar series. This, I think, has been the 47th webinar, but the fourth one about logistics and supply chain management. Then we'll quickly talk about LMIS in terms of data selection, data collection, visibility, data use, and quality. So we just touch base on them, and we provide at the end of the presentation some resources that can be consulted for deeper and more broader knowledge about this LMIS topic. So definition. First, just a reminder of what we said as objective of this webinar series. For those who've been with us since the beginning of this logistics series, we say that we would like to provide an overview of the roles and responsibilities of the logistics section when it comes to responding to outbreaks. Then we talked and we discussed about resource management in a public health emergency. We discussed about management of temperature-sensitive logistics. This was last week, and now we are talking about the logistic management information system. And quickly, we discussed what is an LMIS, and we said that a logistics management information system, or an LMIS is a system of records and reports. It can be paper-based or electronic, but the system is used to aggregate, analyze, validate, and display data from all levels of the logistics system that can be used to make logistics decisions and manage the supply chain. So two words here, it's a system that of records and of reports. Then an effective LMIS depends on the processes and technology. An LMIS must enable efficient business processes and workflows. It should enable forecasting, inventory management, distribution planning, reporting, ordering, all these tasks that are performed in a logistics system. And each of these tasks may have each LMIS system that helps to fulfill the task on hand. It's it's important to mention that the LMIS in the supply chain is used to collect, to organize, to present, and use logistics data gathered across all levels of the system. And it links the different levels in the system through information, and it provides information each needs to perform their supply chain role. Who needs to do what, used to provide that information to each member, each actor in the supply chain management. So this is a sample of an LMIS information and supply flow diagram. You have the central level, that is an MOH, for instance. Then you have some intermediary level districts. Then you have the periphery level where connected, and the different roles through a supply flow of both products and information. It's just for a sample, but it's not a one size fits all. So it's important to remind ourselves: do selection, you quantify, you procure, you do inventory management, warehouse them and distribute them, intercycle, then different components of the supporting functions. So it's very important to know that the supply for a supply chain manager, it's important to know that technology is changing how supply chain is being managed. Now, paper-based LMIS is being replaced by digital applications, and you may start by a digital technology with a limited number of uses, such as MSs, then upgrade and improve over the time. As I said, there are different tools that can be used according to each task according to the task you are performing. For instance, there are tools to dispense or what is point of service systems. If you have consumption, there are systems to report data. There are systems that can help to manage warehouse. There are systems that can manage the ground transportation and fleet management. There are systems that help to manage the distribution. There are those that are robust that can comprise, that can help to make the enterprise resource planning. Last time, the barcodes and the barcode technology may help you to trace the product and ensure so now talking about data about services. Normally, when you collect information about patient, we are used to, you will have a table that compares them. So for HMIS, I was saying that patients conditions and health services, when it's logistics management system, the quantities of commodity should, the quantities of commodities dispensed, etc. Difference between HMIS, which report management information system, and the logistics one. In order to be effective, there are questions that have to be considered when you deal with the plan, the supply planning, with the availability, quality, performance. There is a set of questions for each that must for because the system involves many channels, many stakeholders and suppliers detailed here. So for instance, for forecasting, you need to ask much of each product do you need to meet for each product in the pipeline from supply to deliveries. When you then for availability,